All right, YouTube, finally, it is here. My collection video. Every shoe in my collection. You know, I've been collecting for a while. I would say, let me take that back. I would say I just started collecting a few years ago. You know, I've been into sneakers for years. Got about 20 or so pairs in here that I haven't even worn yet, haven't even seen concrete. And, you know, with all these shoes laid out here, they've been sitting out here for 6 weeks. About the only good thing with all these shoes laying here is that I've been able to get whatever shoe I want, you know, without any hassle pretty much compared to them being all in boxes. But, you know, it's kind of put me in a little perspective of me collecting sneakers. I mean, I still am going to collect sneakers, but, you know, honestly, I'm not going to wear all these shoes ever. If I do, it'll probably be once. But, you know, I still love sneakers, but this is getting out of hand. And quite, to be honest with y'all, you know, there's over 220 something pairs here. I had actually over 300, but I got to the point where I just started selling off pairs. I was buying doubles and triples, and, you know, it just didn't make any sense. I did keep a few of the doubles here. There is some triples in here, but, you know, I go through these phases where I know I'm not going to keep all these shoes, or, you know, it's not necessary for me to have 2 pair, 3 pair. So I started selling off a bunch of pairs. You know, who knows? Hey, I may wind up selling this whole collection one day. You know, most of it is in excellent condition, worn a handful of times. So as far as collecting, you're going to see gaps in my collection. And what I mean by that is, this is my 3rd time collecting sneakers. And what I mean by that is, in '99, you know, I had a little collection I was building. I had a fire in my apartment, and I lost every sneaker in that apartment. I walked out of that apartment with just socks on my feet. And then in 2000, I want to say 6, I had moved a lot of my pairs into storage. And then when I went to move into my house, I found that my unit was broken into, and, you know, they pretty much stole, you know, half the collection. And so, again, you're going to find gaps there. And so, you know, I was a little bit frustrated. So one thing I can say, if you value your collection, make sure you have insurance. You know, especially, you know, something this big, going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars, time, money, effort. You don't want to see that loss. So if anything, get some insurance. All right, so starting on this end, you'll see I have my Foamposites Maxes. Picked up several pair. This was the first one, the All-Star Game joint. Actually had a few more, but I wind up getting rid of them. Then you got another one here from the All-Star Game, Air Force Max. Then I picked up a couple other colorways, one of the originals in the black, and then a gray one. Another one that Barkley wore back in the day. And you got your Air Flights. Got some Gary Paytons. These 2 joints I had to have, old school. Then you got the Blake Griffin, the Blake Shows. And then last but not least on this wall, you got the Vince Carters. Alright, as we continue on this side, we'll go ahead and get into the meat of the collection. You see right here we got another All-Star joint from that classic, was it 2012 All-Star pack. And then you'll see the Adidas. This is the one that LeBron James, this is a LeBron James PE that Adidas came out with. And then you'll see I got quite a few Reebok questions. It's the only Reebok that I have the questions. So in this section, got a lot of Kobe. Kobe 8 was really the first Kobe that I picked up, and I was excited to get this model. The Christmas Kobe was the very first one that I picked up. Then after that, I went crazy. I picked up as many as I could of the colorways that I liked. I picked up 14 pair in total. I mean, I didn't get them all, but as you can see, I picked up a lot of good ones. The Mamba Curios. Picked up the red boas in the back. Some Elites. A lot of good shoes here. And then, you know, when they did that announcement for the Kobe 9, they came out with this this pack right here, the Prelude pack, and I was fortunate to get 5 out of the 8, as you can see. And you know, I'm happy to say that I paid retail for all these pairs. My big thing in 2013 was to pay retail. I think we wind up spending too much money on shoes, you know, and it's something that I, you know, made a point of. Well, I kind of like have a thing where I do every year where I say I need a sneaker goal. Last year's goal was to pay retail for as many shoes as possible. And honestly, I can tell you off the top, there's really only 2 shoes that I paid over retail. One was the LeBron 10 Court, and the other one was this Air Force All-Star joint. That's it. At least off the top of my head that I can remember. Other than that, I try to pay retail as much as possible. And in the back here, you're going to see some 6 rings and some Dub Zeros. And those are old school. Those are old. And you'll see this joint got the carbon fiber print on it. Got my runners. Got a Huarache right here. Some D-Wades. Then we started getting into the ones. Some silver anniversaries. Then you got the breads. I picked those up last year. Then you got the black toes. And then you got a black mid right here. Quality on these is crazy. Then we get into the Foamposites. One of my favorites out the bunch. Got the Stealths. Then the recently released Supreme Foamposite. My wife hooked me up on these. She was able to get these through the app. So shout out to my wife. Another one I picked up last year. Oregon Duck joints. And then just down the line, some of the regular foams. You know, I first picked up foams when they first released in '97. And the first shoe I picked up was an all black joint. It was a Pro. And really I had been out of foams for a long time. And this was the foam that I've picked up. So my first foam since '97. Then after that it kind of snowballed. Got some Zoom rookies right here. I got the Zoom Rookie Galaxies. These aren't the Soul Collector joints. These are the regular ones on Nike.com. And then I'll kind of just zigzag back and forth. So then you got my 3s right here. I got 3 pairs of the white joints right here. And I think one is from 2003, 2011, 2013, I think. The 88s. These are the 88s. And then some of the ones that just recently came out, the infrared 23s. Then you got the 5 Lab 3s. The blue joints right here. Then you see the 2s. You know, in 2012, I went crazy on going back to buy shoes. And this was one of them. This 2 right here. You know, when I started hearing about releases coming back out, I said, you know, it's kind of stupid for me to be buying these shoes just because I missed out. And here it is, this shoe re-releasing. I have yet to wear this shoe. I got the shoe 2 years ago. Still haven't worn it. And I was better off at the time when I purchased this. I did pay over the retail. I was better off just going ahead and wait. So with Jordans, y'all got to know that they're going to re-release. So if y'all miss, man, I wouldn't spend it. The resale on it. The money on the resale market, I wouldn't spend it. And then right here, this is my first joint right here. This is the very first Jordan I ever picked up. The AJKOs. Very first joint. I was in the 7th grade. And then I was one of 2 kids in the school, the whole school, to have the KOs. I had these. Another cat had the black and red joints. Then we got the Black History Months. And then in the back here, there you go. Some more 3s going into the 4s. Crazy material on this Fear 4. Love it. Got a double up right here. And these are my beaters, as you can see. You know, back in the day, I used to ball in every sneaker. Limited or not, I balled in it. Got another shoe that's DS I still haven't worn yet. Another crazy quality right here on this shoe. The Cab 4s. Along with the Toro 4s also. Another double up right there. Then we're going into the 5s. Got the Dornbeckers. I was fortunate to pick those up. Then we'll zigzag back this way to the 6s, back into some 5s. Purple joints right here, the grapes, grape 5s. I did not know they would be as limited as they were. They were limited as hell. Then you got the 3 Lab 5s. You know, so I'm going to just kind of run through it real quick. Some grapes. Independence Day 5s. We'll come back to some more 6s. Oreos. These are some more beaters right here. Then you got the Year the Rabbit. This is probably my favorite 7 right here. And then I got these 2 pair. They have the same colors, but you can see one has a charcoal and one is black. Alright, and then you'll see like, what the hell are these? These are the 8.0s. I do not like the Air Jordan 8. I think it's a bulky shoe. Don't like it. But when they came out with the 8.0, I was like, I like it. They slimmed it down, put new tech in it, so I was sold on those. So I picked those up. And we got some 10s in the back, along with some 9s. I got a lot of 9s. The anniversary joint right there. Then you got that Dornbecker 9. And you'll see these 2 right here. One is the black bottom, and then one is the white bottom. I really think Jordan Brand swung and missed on this one, because the sample that came out had it with a nubuck. Man, that nubuck was off the chain. They had to kept that. I think they would have had a heater right there, but you know, they went and changed it to put that shiny leather on there. I really don't care for that leather. One of my favorites right here. And then down here, you'll see the Kilroy pack. I did pick up all of them. Most of them I picked up from Nike Chicago when they re-released, or reopened, I should say. And Nike Chicago was the first one to sell them all at once as part of their reopening. So I picked up most of them from there. There's some more 10s in the back here. Some 11s. Silver anniversary joints. Some lows. Some 12s. Taxi 12, low and high. A lot of these too I picked up from previous years, so I didn't get the re-release for last year, the 12. This is I think the Countdown Pack 12. And with Jordan Brand releasing all these shoes, I mean, I'm getting a lot of the colorways that are the original colorways, so any of the newer stuff that comes out, I'm probably going to pass on. You got some of the 23s. You got the 22. Year of the Rabbit. I think these were the 2009s. Then I got some Jordan boots in the back. Some 6 rings. I think it's a Spizike right there. And then some casual Nike, some lows. And that's 23. This is the Premier. This is the one that was only 529 pairs in the United States and then 529 pairs overseas. Got a great deal on that one. And then going back this way, the 14s. I think pretty much after the 14, I'm kind of up and down on a lot of the models after that, as you can see. Only got a few of those here and there. Then you got some 13s, classic colorways, mixed in with some new ones. And then you got some more 12s. Alright y'all, now I'm going to get a little close up on this LeBron KD table. Got my LeBron 11s right here. One of my favorite models, as you can see. Picked up quite a few of those. Then last year's EXT 10 model. Got a few of those. Actually, I think I got all of them. Well, the ones that are released to the public. And I was fortunate enough to get the code on the 2K14 pair, so I should have those sometime in May. So those will be added to the collection. LeBron 2K14s. There's LeBron 9, my only LeBron 9, the free gums. A couple KDs, gold medal, and the Galaxies. Also made a ID, just a regular plain ID, white and blue. Then you got the Tiffany's right here. Cause a lot of madness on Nike. Alright YouTube, there it is. My collection. Appreciate those that stopped by and peeked it out. You know, share it, like it, thumbs it up. Appreciate it. Got more shoes coming. Hopefully this year my goal was to keep my collection, or at least my pickups, down to a minimum. I'm already at 25, so 75 for the year. That's my average, which is a little bit under last year. But still, I didn't want to be picking up that many. But we'll see how the year goes. I know May gonna be a hot month, so we'll see how much I pick up. But again, appreciate y'all checking me out. I'll let y'all later. Peace.